Welcome to Vodhalla.
But no real surprises and changes, right? Both these guys on their comfort. They know what they're doing. They know what works for them. As we head on in the final set of this overall block for me and you here for not here, Polly.
Oh yeah.
We'll see these guys and gave us a show.
Like I said about them being OG, you did see it there. You were seeing that they are champions from 2017 and 2018. So that's what I was talking about before, with Vipr being really good at Lance and also apparently Emperor Mini. But all right, let's get moving. Vipr doing a lot of damage so far. Emperor Mini struggling to respond. Vipr looking solid on that axe actually. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Okay, there's a couple of good hits.
Yeah, like solid first hits, but I find Emperor Mini has not been a slacker in terms of those either. Both these guys have just been trading pretty decently even blows, but Vipr for now has just managed to edge out Emperor Mini. Trying to look for the ground and pound, gets his second hit. He won't be able to recover. Huge stuff from Vipr.
Beautiful stock coming up from Vipr, and now Vipr switching over to the Qatars, and this is the time basically where Vipr will have the chance to shine. Being able, you know, it doesn't matter if you are kind of low on the stock, because the nice thing about Qatars is they're kind of high risk, high reward, right? So if you are already this low, you are kind of playing everything to win and nothing to lose, because your stock is basically already over. You can afford to go for something quite ridiculous, even though it's just for that extra 10% chance that, oh hey, if this works, I'm actually gonna be in a huge lead now.
Ollie, interesting enough, we actually haven't seen much of the Qatars throughout this entire set so far. Right, it's been like a lot of axes, a lot of sights, so I'm actually really excited to see this change up. But one thing we should talk about is that Vipr still match 3 on this third stock here, racking up so much damage.
Is this a KO? Okay.
What?
That's 1-3. That's 1-3 on the stocks. Okay, Vipr, absolutely amazing performance so far. Keeping this up super well, going over, rotating into the axe. Gonna be switching that up, but oh no, Emperor Mini is gonna steal that one. Just gonna try to rack up as much damage as possible, because you don't want to lose games like this.
No sir, getting 3-0'd in your loser's bracket run here. You're fighting for your life with this first BO5. Cannot be healthy for your mental. Not even for a second. So far, should be managing to recover, goes to the ground and pound. Vipr might have committed too far. Exhausted so far, again sets the stage as both these guys get back on. Weapon throw doesn't connect. But now, Emperor Mini just has to get a couple good saves. Maybe just even, you know what, bro? One end light. That's fine, there you go.
Yeah, the Sare. It is gonna be a Sare instead. Practically same same KOing potential, so that's gonna be taking him down. But Emperor Mini, oh man, already all the way down to the orange. End light coming out from Vipr, another end light, and that's now red. Emperor Mini, Vipr almost toying with Emperor Mini at this point, just throwing out the moves that might work. And I mean, Emperor Mini, the stars are just aligning for Vipr at this point.
Yeah, doing so well here. We're talking about a lot about how these guys have featured day in, day out. It's the start of the whole Brawlhalla community. I think Vipr, due to just watching so much of Emperor Mini's play, might just have it here. He just knows what Emperor Mini wants to do. As right now, with him being up in the red, this might be it for the stock here, unless Emperor Mini can pull out some massive play. Now this is it.
Yeah, a couple of nairs, it's all it's gonna take. And yeah, I definitely agree with what you're saying. They could have definitely studied their gameplay a little bit, trying to take that off the list. It's either that, or it's due to the fact that Vipr actually has an insane buff going into this. Vipr has an insane beard. I don't know a single player in Brawl I don't know a single guy with an insane beard that's bad in Brawl.
I mean, Holly, considering you just shaved here today, I think you might have kind of lowered your overall Brawl standings by just taking off your facial hair. So come on, man, it's right there, bro. But nonetheless, yo, look at the damage shot. By the way, that was 600 to 200. Vipr went crazy on that.
Yeah, Vipr definitely. You're seeing it right there too. That graph of that one stock is elongated. That's a long stock. Vipr doing really well so far, putting up these fights. And we're actually seeing a switch already. Emperor Mini switching over to the level 69 Bryn.
Nice. But yeah, this might be the exact changes that we need for this matchup, Posse, right? We're saying clearly, Vipr very comfortable with the previous matchup for himself. So we'll see if on the Bryn, Emperor Mini can get control back that he wants.
Yeah, and maybe the spear is what they're gonna need to do that. Definitely gonna be interesting to see. I don't know how much spear Emperor Mini has been playing throughout the past, but I do believe it's not one of their most played weapons. But Bryn most certainly probably is, being all the way up at level 69, and Olgrim being the one on top of that at a level 85. Not a very unexpected pick. It is a very rational decision. If you're unable to win with one of your best legends, just switch to your second best one.
I mean, if this is what it takes to shift the momentum in your favor, I'll be all down for it. Considering Emperor Mini, though, has been able to do exactly that. The stock not nearly as even we saw previously. It was almost essentially what Vipr was doing Emperor Mini before, and yeah, there we go. Tosses him off the stage, gets the first. So the spear change-up looked really good for him.
Yeah, it seems to be working out incredibly well. Aster having a very good lead so far. Trying to find hits, though. Vipr is making it difficult for them to build up damage, though, for sure. Vipr able to find a lot of good aerials, and Emperor Mini just can't do anything about that. That's one of the things that I feel like is definitely making Vipr coming out as victorious so far. I mean, both of these players are obviously phenomenal players. They're both incredibly good at hitting the opponent, but I feel like Vipr might just be a little bit better at not getting hit.
I feel like if you're in Brawlhalla, you kind of have to be good at hitting the opponent, right? I feel like that's how you play the game. But yeah,
come on,
sure,
guys.
man.
Just hit the opponent.
Let's go with just hit him more than he hits you, Durr. It's just that easy, mate.
Yeah, but come on, you get the point. Vipr is really good at maneuvering and playing evasively in general. We're seeing it right there. Vipr was able to take down Emperor Mini, being only yellow.
Only yellow past it, right? Considering past the second stock here, it took almost no damage in between them. And maybe, you know what, Paulie, I like your theory that Vipr is likely allergic to getting hit, which is why he hasn't done much of it so far. Probably breaks that into highs, and I feel like getting hit a bit too much will cause you to likely lose one of your lives that you have built up currently. But this stock actually might be there. Switching over to the Katars, you're saying that aerial play is beautiful, gets weapon throw to get, and tries to fast fall to make sure he gets back onto the ground.
Jesus.
Just, wow. The combos here have been sick.
Yeah, Vipr went for a weapon throw into Qatar's air. They're definitely... What was it that you called it? You had some funny Toronto expression when you tried to be a little bit unpredictable.
Keeping it funky fresh is how I call it.
Yeah. Vipr is definitely keeping it funky fresh with those weapon throws into Sairs, and oh man, it seems to be paying off as Vipr, Ravish. Vipr is running this into a 2-0 for themselves.
Huge stuff, right? And this is the same sort of confident play we've seen throughout these two stocks for Vipr. And if I'm Emperor Mini, I'm getting a little bit nervous. I'm definitely thinking, yo, Vipr, right? This guy is feeling himself. He has it. I'm down 2-0. If I lose this, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm donezo. Sayonara. See you later. So if you're Emperor Mini right now, Paulie, how do you stay back in the game? Do you switch your legend? You go more aggressive? Or do you just play off stage the entire time and see what happens?
It's definitely a tricky situation because obviously you are your own coach right now. There's no one to help you. There's nothing to help you. You gotta analyze your games yourselves while you are playing the game yourself to be able to adapt and overcome these issues that you're facing now. It's been incredibly difficult for Emperor Mini so far, but I feel like Emperor Mini is definitely slowly but surely poking holes in Vipr's gameplay, right? They're able to find a good thing to do here. They're finding some extra damage they can do, some mistakes that Vipr does occasionally. But I don't know if it's gonna be enough. Vipr is looking so solid.
I think solid might be an understatement, just considering what we saw at the beginning of the match. I thought they might have gotten a stock out of that, but luckily, Mini, he bounces him off the stage, gets
Jesus
the weapon,
Christ.
he can't recover.
Barely hit.
Adios mio, mujer. Oh my God, Vipr, give him a chance.
Vipr barely being hit so far, coming into this, has the axe in hand, trying to rack up as much damage as possible. And oh man, like we mentioned, with Mini needing to adapt, it's looking hard. That could have been huge. And Vipr is going for it again. Tries to go off stage, trying to find these hits. Mini cannot get back up. A ground pound goes for the other side, but Vipr knew it was coming. Goes for the ground pound. Poorly timed, but a side sig will do the job instead. That stock was crazy.
He didn't even allow him to touch the stage. My man had to play Flying Spot 9 Simulator the entire time. Bro, talk about not getting hit. He can't even get on the stage. He's not allowed to touch solid ground. He had to be an actual Valkyrie the entire time with how much he was flying. And that's a homie cycle he just gave over, honestly.
I mean, it might be. And I mean, Vipr is looking incredibly solid going into this. Dude. They're just throwing out end lights. Is Vipr... What's going on? Did Vipr... Is there an issue here? Did Vipr like disconnect and we're seeing a bot here playing instead? And we're just not realizing? They're messing around. This is beautiful.
Yeah, Vipr is just so confident currently that there's just... If they can get this stock barehanded...
On stream!
The disrespect would be abundant, but the amount of trash talk you could give over...
Yeah, Vipr definitely trying to put out a statement here. The Vipr is back. Vipr is here to stay, pulling up amazing performances. But we are just on the finish line. We haven't crossed it yet. Vipr needs to find this KO anytime soon. They're on that axe. And for Mini seems to be playing into the unarmed side of things, going for a couple of end lights. Vipr, oh, Nair could be huge. Goes through the side light, not able to connect anything. Looking for any signature, a Sair, anything. The D-Sig, that's gonna be enough. Two stocked, Vipr winning with a 3-0.